welcome back into the gardens here at National Trust Blickling Hall. We're in mid-Norfolk today and the rhododendrons are starting their flowering season here at Blickling. I'll just show you where we are, making our way up towards the Orangery, looking back towards Blickling Hall and the lake behind it, the formal gardens and the parterre, together with the raised double borders just to the left of screen. And we're going to make our way up through this wooded area which has been opened up with a beautiful end focus of that urn on its plinth, through these just emerging bluebell woodlands which have been manicured really well with paths. So let's make our way up and see what's to see towards the Orangery. Some of these rhododendrons have been here for hundreds of years, seeded, crossed, planted, regrown, cut back, and they form almost a forest-like canopy in places that you walk through. It's a beautiful, rich, dark pink one, this. Fortunately, none of them are labelled or named, probably because nobody's absolutely certain of the specific varieties. But it's a great place to come and get inspiration, particularly at this time of year. These tree-lined avenues were quite a modern design element. You can see the younger trees here are probably only 20 or 30 years old, but these cuts through this area of established deciduous woodland were designed to give you these long vistas and snippets of what lies beyond. They work really, really well. They work their way around, through and under some absolutely magnificent older specimens which are probably 200 or 300 years old. This oak has really seen some of the history here at Blickling over the years, I imagine. So every so often you end up on a crossways with vista views like this. Avenues of spring bulbs, open vistas, steps up to a plateau, and a glimpse of the folly at the top of the avenue running down towards the hall. Which way to take? Well, we're heading straight behind me back towards the Orangery. Another fantastic magnolia sits just to the side of the Orangery. This building is currently closed, but we're hoping to get some snippets through the windows of the citrus trees that are kept in here over winter. This magnolia is actually one of the better ones on the estate this year. Seems to have, while it's still slightly frosted, escaped the worst of it. The little dell area of woodland just behind the Orangery is a beautiful shaded and tranquil planting. This beautiful honesty, lovely burgundy magenta colour, growing quite tall and upright in the semi-dappled shade that it's got here just behind this Victorian building. Looking very nice. I love these sort of wild native, quite unkempt plantings. The hydrangea in the foreground there hasn't been cut back to its shoots. It's looking quite naturalistic. That'll regrow, fill in quite nicely later in the season. They've got nettle, they've got forget-me-not, got a lot of campion in here. All that in front of us there is campion seedling coming on, which will be spectacular. Hellebores planted in here, which are over now, and you can just see some snowdrop which was filling this area earlier in the season. But a beautiful woodland glade just coming back into life with this wild cottage garden planting and self-seeded. Lovely. Let's go and have a look at the big rhododendron we spotted just coming down to this. I'm just shooting this directly through glass, so I don't know how it's going to come out, but just look at the blossom on these, I think, lemon trees in front of us. Doing really well. They've been very wise not putting these out yet here in Norfolk. It's just been too cold for them. They'd all be looking like those magnolias if they had. And just look at the fruit on these kumquats. Spectacular crop there of ripe fruit. Plenty of bud coming on the lemons just to their side as well. These are growing really well in large wooden pots. What looks like a mayor's lemon there in front of us, with really healthy, strong, fresh growth coming out the top. And last year's crop of lemons still just ripening off at the base. And one final rhododendron to finish the tour on, and what a specimen this is. Probably a 50-foot diameter and running between 15 and 20 foot tall. Beautiful pink, full coloured blossom, plenty of it in these lovely floral bracts coming out at this time of year. Full of bees, this tree's just humming, and what a beautiful sight it is to see it. So I hope you've enjoyed this little mini tour of Blickling, shot on the 7th of May 2021. I encourage, if you get the opportunity to visit this National Trust property and its gardens, make a day of it. There's plenty to see here and keep you busy. Lovely venue to visit.